Hello students, here is your computer faculty Rajat Kumar Bhaduri, and we're going to start a very fresh new topic in the fresh new session, and the topic I have chosen is object-oriented programming. Now this is the part of the very first unit of your curriculum, that is the networking, and based on the requirement of the particular topic, because Python is totally correlated with it, because Python is actually one type of object-oriented programming, then I've chosen it as the topic number 1. So let's start. Now, if you want to find it out, the object-oriented language, the list is there. In the most of the cases, these languages are actually very much dominant in the IT sector. Java, C++, C Hash, Python, PHP, you can find out the Ruby, Perl, and you can also find it to MATLAB, which is actually connected with AI-based Excel system, neural modeling, and etc. Now, these are the languages which is supporting as a programming languages for this application area. And if you go through the application areas, client server system, object-oriented databases, real-time system design, AI expert system, simulation and modeling. Now these are very prominent field in today's world because these are directly in the application area. Starting from submarine to space satellite, each and every cases are actually being dealt with the certain programming support, and this programming support is being given by the object-oriented languages. So it's very important to know about the object-oriented programming before getting into the language itself, because there is a certain foundation should be made. Now come back to the differences between the other part of the programming, that means the other way to program, and the object-oriented. Then you have to find it out what is the basic difference. Now normally there are two parallel streams are going. One is procedural and another is object-oriented. In procedural way of programming, we basically put our complete stress or focus it is on a process. That means how to program the process, because my process is the prime concern. Withdraw, deposit, transfer, these are certain activities. So whenever I'm putting something on activities, then it is actually to be programmed with procedural languages. That means process is our prime concern. But on the other hand, my question mark is with what? That means I have to deal with an object oblique entity. My concern is customer, my concern is money, my concern is the account. Now whenever I am putting my focus on an entity, then it is an object-oriented one. And in this case, in today's world, the object-oriented programming language are at the prime focus, because we are taking care of security and safety on each and everything. Now come to an example. Now whenever I'm talking care of class and object, that means I'm taking care of the entity and the category it belongs to. So if I say fruit or if I say car, then these are the categories for which you can find it out a group of entities. If I want to tell you that please find out a car, then you cannot find out a car, but you can find out some of the object belong to that category car. Now because car, fruit, student, these are all abstract concept, but Kamal is a student, Maruti Omni is a car, banana is a fruit. That means I am given a particular type of example of an object along with the classes, the category it belongs to. So whenever a particular concept is actually having with some predefined feature, we should call it a class. And if any of the entity is going to show some of those categories features, then we should call it that this particular object belongs to that particular type of class. Now go for the next one so that you can get the actual concept about the class and object. Now if you go for an object or class is basically supported by so many features. You are having class and object, then you are having polymorphism, encapsulation of data, inheritance, data abstraction, and these are the basic components based on which you can develop or we can develop object-oriented programming based applications. To know about each and everything is supposed to be a prerequisite if you want to learn Python properly, because the concepts are basically the foundations for developing applications. Now we are not going to complete each and everything today, but one topic I'm supposed to deal with it, and that is data encapsulation, because I think this is a basic core concept of an object where the methods, that means the processes, are actually being internally connected with the values oblique data. That means it is totally inbuilt component in which process and the data are connected with each other and kept in a contoured area. That means for a data which is supposed to process, the process is not supposed to be coming from the external world. In a particular complex or contoured area, both the data and the process to deal with the data are present. This is called data encapsulation, and this binding is going to give it an independent entity concept. No external intrusion is being allowed in an object, and because we are having data encapsulation, which is going to bind methods, processes and the data together in a single contour entity. Now come for the assignment. The first assignment is identify any 5 processes that you can execute at an ATM and the data getting changed accordingly. That means you have to find it out what are the things you can do at an ATM, because this ATM support, the banking support is actually dependent on an object-oriented platform. So you have to find it out what are the things you can do at ATM, and due to that thing, what are the values are actually getting changed into the database or the account you think. And similarly, you have to find it out any 2 processes that you cannot perform at an ATM, although you are having an ATM card. That means you are inserting an ATM card into a machine, but what are the things you can do and what are the things you cannot do? Whenever you're doing something, then what are the values are actually being changing in your account? You have to find it out. And what are the things you cannot do at ATM? It is supposed to be done. Now the next most important one, you don't have to purchase a new computer copy. Whatever unused pages are there in your last session's computer copy, you can take it out and bind it and do it over there. Now I think we have completed or enjoyed the lesson, and be ready for the next topic in the same continuity, and thank you.